Good morning, everybody. Orange A here with another Nier Reincarnation video, and it is Tuesday morning, which means Nier Reincarnation is launching tomorrow. It's a big day. I'm really excited to start a new gacha game, and we need to talk about rerolling. Now, really quick, this video is not going to be about the process of rerolling in this game. On JP, you could sign in as guest accounts, and then you could link that guest account later, or at least that's the videos that I've seen of other people doing it. We don't know if that's how it's going to be in global. We won't know exactly what the process is going to be until the game launches. But what we can talk about here is who you should be rerolling for, what the drop rates are going to be like, and the process of rerolling once you're actually in the game, whether it's with the guest account or you have to do some other shenanigans to be able to reroll. Because I'm going to be real with you guys. Sometimes rerolling is shenanigans. Anyway, I will leave a link in the description of how rerolling worked on the JP side, so you can watch that. And if that's how it works in global, great, we're covered. We don't need another guide. If it's different in global, well, you know I'm going to be in there rerolling, so I'll get that video out whenever I can. Now, first up, what kind of rates are we looking at here, and what do we need to be looking for when we're rolling? Okay, I'm putting the drop rates on the screen right next to me over here, and you can see that your goal is to get the 4-star units. Now, in the gacha system, it's a weapon gacha, so you're getting gachas, or you're getting weapons on the rolls, but some weapons are also tied to a character. So you see on the screen there, a 4-star weapon has a 3% chance of dropping, but not every 4-star weapon has a unit attached to it. To get the 4-star unit, you only have a 2% chance of actually acquiring that. That's not a very great rate, and that's why a lot of people reroll. If you can guarantee that your first roll has one of those units, your account's already off to a flying start, right? You're already on the path to success. A 3-star unit has a 5% chance of dropping, a 3-star weapon a 10% chance, and then just a regular 2-star weapon has an 80% chance of dropping. So most of the 10, when you do a 10 pull, most of the 10 things you're getting are going to be 2-star weapons. If we look at the thing on the bottom of the screen there, that's what the doors are going to look like. When you roll in this game, you see a door. There's going to be 3 different kinds of doors. The regular wooden door, that means it's not guaranteeing you anything. Like, it's not guaranteeing you a 3-star or a 4-star. If you get the gold door, the door with the gold trim on it, you're guaranteed to at least get a 3-star. And if you get, I'm going to call it the platinum door. I believe it was called the mama door in JP, because it kind of looks like her, right? Like with the eyes in the middle of it or whatever. If you get that, you're guaranteed to get a 4-star. Note, that does not mean you are guaranteed to get a 4-star unit. It just means a 4-star at least weapon, but chances are you got 2 out of 3 chances it's going to be a weapon too, or something like that. Anyway, that's the rates. That's what the gacha kind of looks like. What unit, though, should you be aiming for? We're going to cover that right now. All right, now when it comes to rerolling for units, I'm going to give you 3 different guides right here. The first guide is the easy guide, the second guide is the hard mode guide, and the third guide is the alternative mindset guide. Now, I'm going to cite some sources real quick too. There's a guide on the Discord by somebody named Remy. It's very, very good. It's not a guide to rerolling specifically. It's a guide to like a lot of the information in this game. I'm going to link that in the description. I highly recommend people check that out. My other big source that I want to cite here is a video by another YouTuber named Cabbage, who, when I think of Cabbage videos, if you've ever watched any of Cabbage's videos, he's very good at mindset things, and he has an alternative mindset to rerolling in this game, and I think it's worth mentioning, and I'm going to mention it here as my third guide. Anyway, let's start these guides by talking about the different units, and let's start with 2P. Now, the thing with 2P, we don't know anything about her yet. New unit to global, nobody has their hands on her yet. She's going in the unknown tier, but is really intriguing because she's a global exclusive unit, at least for right now. A global first unit, as Cabbage would tell me to say. Next up, we got 2B. 2B slides into this best tier right here, and when I think of 2B, she has a very high attack score and a very high speed score. So she's quick, she does a lot of attacks. A little bit of a glass cannon, not as much of a glass cannon as somebody like A2, but she's fast, does a lot of attacks, a little bit harder to use in a group from what I've seen in videos as somebody like A2. Now, speaking of A2, we're going to talk about her next. She's sliding into the top of the best tier. This is your highest damage attacker on release in this game. From what everybody said and what I've seen, her stats are insane. She's a really good crit unit who can just she scales really well with crit, just crits things face off. She's really strong, and she's probably the #1 target for rerolling on a lot of people's reroll guides, and she's going to be my #1 best tier unit for rerolling in this game. I also want to put the unit Friendlies into the best tier. Now, she has a very high attack, and she's very, very fast, and she has a group attack buff. At least that's the information that I've gathered. I really value that. Now, when I'm talking about that, like if you look at the rest tier here, I'm not going to call any of these units bad. I actually think you could probably build an account around most of them. But the units down here, especially this one, they're tankier units. And from what I've seen, from all the videos I've watched, and again, like my own experience is very limited, killing things faster has been better than being more durable. And so I'm really valuing those in my best tier here. Okay, reroll thought process #1, the easy guide. Get any one of these 3 units, or 2P if you're feeling froggy, and then just go forward. How rerolling works in this game is you play through the tutorial, then you get to the part where you can start summoning. At that point, you'll be able to collect your pre-registration rewards, and you'll have at least 1 10 pull worth of pulls to do. Pull on that. If you get one of these units, or if you're going for somebody from the good tier, if you get one thing that you like, you're set. Play the game, you're good to go, and just go enjoy yourself. That's the easiest version of rerolling, and that's the version I'm going to roll with probably. The second version of rerolling is the hard mode, where you want to get your 3-person team lined up. In that mode, you still follow the same advice I just gave, but then you play up until chapter 2 in the story. At that point, at least in JP, there was a quest where you could click on Mama like 100 times. Mama's the little robot that follows you around, and you got a whole nother 10 pull worth of currency. You'd already built up some more, and you could roll again at least 1 more time. You might even be able to roll 2 more times based on the how high the pre-registration rewards are getting. In that case, you would clear, the easy step where you have 1 good unit, and then you would go for a second good unit. Like maybe you're going for A2 and 2B, and you're like, that's my bar. Okay, you have multiple chances to get that, but it takes more time. That's getting through chapter 1 to chapter 2 is more of a time investment and will make your rerolls more tedious. However, if you're just going for more than 1 unit, that's the way to go. Now, the third strategy, this is Cabbage's strategy. He said this, he's like, look, you're going to have this Nier Automata collaboration banner for a while. You're going to be able to collect a lot of currency in game while this banner goes, and if you keep pulling on that banner as you get currency, there's a good chance you'll catch 2B, you'll catch 2P, you'll catch 9S if you want them, somewhere along that way. So in his mind, it was better to reroll for like a rare normal unit, and then do all your rolls later on the Nier Automata banner, just assuming you'll probably catch one. He admits that it's going to be slower to build that Nier Automata unit up, but there's a pretty good chance that, hey, you've gotten, a different rare unit that you really wanted from the regular banner, and now you can just throw everything else at the Automata banner and just go for it from there. That's a cool mindset strategy, and I encourage you guys to check out the video. I linked it. He does a better job explaining it than I just did, but I did want to mention it. I thought it was cool and all that. Okay. That's the video, you guys. Like I said, if the reroll process is something different than just, signing up as a guest account and then linking it when you actually get one that works, I'll cover that live on stream probably, depending on how the baby's doing. If I'm babysitting him at the same time, maybe not. Anyway, I will cover that, and good luck, everybody. I hope this game is amazing, and I hope all of you have, the best pulls amazing without having to reroll a billion times. Alright, I'll see y'all in game. Peace.